The Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi, a new Exorcist series in the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. Yes, another Exorcist manga. As of today, there's 11 chapters of this series, and I did catch up to all 11, which I'd like to say I have positive outlook for this series. I think it's fun, the art is cool, reminds me of Okubo from Soul Eater and Fire Force if you're familiar with him. But of course, the looming question is it going to get axed? Because it is a very unforgiving magazine and really doesn't let things cook. But I do think this one has the legs to go all the way. I have a couple theories that are early, crackpot, just fun, shots in the dark. I do think one of my theories is pretty spot on. I'll have those at the end of the video after the discussion. Make sure you stay for the whole video so you can check those out and drop your theories below, as well as like and subscribe, all that. Appreciate it. So I want to start with just my general thoughts, which I kind of already touched on it. The art is cool. I also enjoy the tone of the manga. So far, it's got a pretty good balance between the gag humor and the weight of serious moments. And the mangaka does mix and fuse them at times, but it feels natural and organic. It doesn't feel forced ever, at least for me. So I think it's fun, and so far it's been a pretty light read. Jumping to the main character, Kiyoshi himself, he is the ultimate exorcist. Meaning he has the ultimate power. He has the toolkit to beat a demon lord with no difficulty. He does it in chapter 1 and chapter 2. So it's not about him growing in power, it's more about him developing his mindset for him to accomplish his goal, which he wants to be an exorcist that can protect everything, not just humans. He'll protect the devil as well. What makes that dynamic interesting is that his understanding and compassion for demons, even though they took away his mom and dad when he was younger. Other than that, his design is really cool. It's edgy and badass looking, and honestly, Kiyoshi himself calls it cringe. He got a back tattoo, which he thought was 666s, but it's actually 777s, which is relation to God's number. He's a very shy and timid 16-year-old kid that just has immense power. Let's jump back to chapter 1 now. Honestly, very fun. The art is great. The design of the first demon lord that we see, me too, he looks cool. I love the panels where he locks in. Because he's so powerful, he can advert his mind to thinking of something silly. The humor lands for me. It's not the funniest thing I've read, obviously, but I prefer the humor in this so far compared to Mashle. And I know there's a lot of comparisons for Mashle in this, it seems like. And Kiyoshi feels real. His interactions feel organic. He lost his family when he was younger. He enjoyed talking to Yamada as a father-son type of moment. He says, I wonder if this is what it would be like. And Yamada really wants to get back to his family. He ultimately respects Kiyoshi for being so open and tells him that he would be proud of him if he was his son. This panel, it hits really hard here. Then we see a black goat appear, and that's how the demon lords get summoned. In chapter 2, we see a black dog pop up, and then the other demon lord gets spawned. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how the mangaka flushes that out and what's the relation or connection to the demon lords and those animals. Overall, chapter 1 was fun. It's one of the better chapter 1s I've read in a while from Weekly Shonen Jump specifically. I think it's really light, and I enjoy talking about it. Now, fast forwarding to where we are now in the manga. The concern I have is how quick we're going through these demon lords. We're like almost a quarter of the way through this villain organization, which that can be fine because most likely there's someone that's pulling the strings above them. But I do believe there might be a twist where the good guy organization may become a villain at some point. Remember, Kiyoshi's goal is to save everybody, save everything, be the cross paladin strong enough that can influence change that everyone's protected. To achieve his goal, he ultimately may need to overthrow the very system he is in. We already see there's contention and people disagree with his beliefs, that being Tsurugi as well as Hitsugi, which their names are close, but I don't think they're related. I do think Tenma and Tsurugi could be related though. So far, I think these first 11 chapters have been fun and light, but the action when it's there is really cool. Mostly Kiyoshi's reactions to whoever he's facing is what's interesting to me. Remember, Kiyoshi's shy, so we should see him get flushed out through moments like this. We get a Kisuke Urahara type of character in Tenma. We have his mysterious grandma that trained him, his first friend, which is Nihon, Hitsugi, who's like his rival, Tsurugi, who's the first major obstacle for him. I really do think all the designs are pretty good. Even the unnamed classmates that were at graduation, The cast looks to be rounded out nicely, more so than a lot of other Shonen Jump series that are early on. I think the mangaka did a pretty good job of laying out the upcoming villains with the Demon Lords. Also mentioned the Black Parade. I'm assuming the Black Parade is something where the demons don't need to get spawned in by these black animals. They can just open up a gate and come through. That's going to be his Shibuya incident arc from JJK if you're familiar. And now we're entering the exam arc of Kiyoshi, which is the Shonen Jump trope of a lifetime. Hunter x Hunter and Naruto, they all had it. And now we get to see what Kiyoshi's going to do. This is going to be a very telling arc for the entire series. Not because of what it's going to do for Kiyoshi, but what it's going to do for Hitsugi. We also meet Mako, which that is one of my new favorite waifus right there. Love her design. I mentioned I had some cool theories, and everyone loves a good theory, which this one could be true. We notice how the black animals are how the Demon Lords spawn into Earth. Black cats are a symbol of good luck in Japan, and the story starts off with Kiyoshi walking next to a black cat. Now, that just could be good luck for him, but I think that black cat is a demon lord and could possibly be connected to his parents in one way or another. Maybe Kiyoshi's half demon. That's crazy, I know. Like I said, these are crackpot, but I do think that cat itself is a demon lord, and it may even belong to the grandma. That brings me to my next theory, is about the grandma as well as Jackjo. In chapter 9, Tenma talks about the cross paladin that Kiyoshi fought. Jackjo and Nihon react to Tenma bringing up the cross paladin, and they're very scared. Jackjo says, just seeing someone with long white hair gives me traumatic flashbacks. Even old ladies with long hair are enough to do it sometimes. I think that is about the grandma. I believe Jackjo may have killed Kiyoshi's parents or had something to do with it. Let me know what you think of the series, how long you think it's going to go, any theories you may have, or just general thoughts. Thanks for staying for the whole video. Stay normie, stay weeb, shit even in between is fine. Until next time, peace.